Hello, my friends. Let's go further. So we're going with the vitests, and we did tests for, that's routers, that's not tests. We did tests for create user methods, get user by ID method, get user by email, find users, login user methods. I copied the rest of them into the tests file, and I started to do tests of just a second. I will explain what's going on. Update password method, and I come to conclusion once I started to do tests that I did one not mistake, not error, but I didn't count. I didn't resolve one thing in create user. Where is it? Create user method, and in login user method. What is that? Let's look it up. User repository. We go. So I start update user, testing update user method. But I come to conclusion that I have problem with login user method and create user method. And so what are the problems? I had three problems. First of all, on create user method, we need to prevent spam creation of users. So the bots or the users cannot create like 1000 users or 2000 users in the time of 5 minutes. So somebody come in to the site and like oh my god, look at this, we can create lots of users. I don't know, some people do it for fun, maybe some people do it for aggravating the others. I don't know like what's the meaning of it, but we need to prevent it. We need to prevent creation of users by mass, by spam. That's the first problem. Second problem I had is login user spam. So somebody trying to brute force login of root user or admin user or even normal user, just a user. So that was the second problem. And the third problem, I found that I focused on logging in by roles, that I'm logging in or create user by roles. What do I mean? Let me explain deeper. We go to types. We see where's the roles? Use role. So we have 4 roles. That's the root, that's admin, that's moderator, and that's user. So I focused so much on creating users and login for users by roles. What that means, like if root user, create admin user or moderator, and so to prevent from user creating or creating moderator or moderator creating admin. So I so much focused on this role. And where is that function? Where is that function? Validate search criteria, form build search, validate user update data. That's one, role hierarchy. When I prevent creating like from lower role to higher role. So I focused so much on this that I forgot that user can be created by no user. So there could be the case when I had just new sign up. I mean, that's kind of funny, but I did forget about it. So I needed to fix this thing. So let's go for the, I'll show how I did that creation without user being available. So when we create user, we get user data. That's normally password and mail. Default and optional, it's role and it's role and where's that? Where is that? Where is that? La 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 la. Where is that? Oh my goodness. Well, it's where's the types? It's role, optional role, and status. So normally default status is pending because we need to activate the user. So the user will be some moderator or admins. They need to moderate users. I mean, activate user. So the user will be active. I'm like, I don't know. Be patient with me, please. So now the action user was also needed parameter to the function, but I made it optional. That question mark makes it optional. So then I need to check if this action user, like in the case if admin creates normal user, we get this user. If we don't get this user, then we pass this check. If we have action by user ID, then we need to check if we didn't get user. So if we, oh my goodness, how can I clearly explain it? It's kind of very precise logic here. So if we have action by user, for instance, it's admin who creates normal user. So then we need to check if we got his ID or her ID. And if we got her ID, did we actually get this user by ID here? If we don't get this user by ID, but we receive this ID, then we throw the error. Okay, I hope it's understandable. Then we check if we have this user ID, then we need to check hierarchy role. So we have action by user ID and user data where we'll have ID of the user. And not ID, but his or her like hierarchy status. Then we need, where is it? Then we need make optional here. If on the like we here, it doesn't matter if we have or not this action ID in this query to the database, but in the history, if we don't have action ID, then we use insert result insert ID. So the user who was doing himself, creating himself, like these parameters we got from here. That's the insert result we got. Next thing we need to check in this action by user ID in the next like true, like in the if we didn't get the right answer from history history table, if we don't get the answer, then we throw the error with this action by user ID if it exists. If it doesn't exist, the user who created himself or herself. And so that's how I resolved the situation when the user is not created but create himself in the database. It's very bad explanation, I guess. It's very thin logic here, but it's straight. Okay, so how I created, I resolved spam creation and spam login problem. I resolved it with, where is that? I resolved on user routes level. And that is, where is that? That's library. There is a library called, which name is Redis. That's Redis. And what it does, generally it's a npm package which prevents, which aim is to prevent mass spamming. I hope it makes sense, this explanation. On logins, creation users, so I use this library with the Docker library. So I installed Docker and I install Redis. That's name stupid, I know, but I leave it like this right now. But so I started it, installed it, started it, and actually it's very easy to work with Docker. I don't know, like some companies asking, oh, do you know how to work with Docker? I don't know what, like, why they asking this question. It's like study how to work with the Docker. It's not on the basic level. On the basic level is not so difficult. And I guess any questions, like if it has big community, Docker has big community, I think each question is resolved actually. So you can go, just if you have a problem or you have question, you can go into internet and ask questions, I guess. So it's not so difficult. So then we pass Redis from create client from Redis. We did initialize it, and here initialize it, and then we pass to the limit. So it limiting it limits queries, not queries, connections, not connections, requests. Here you go. it limits requests from the outside to the database, kind of thing. So I have here 4 functions. It's login rate limit. It's create rate limit, so it's understandable. It's limits for the creation of user and limits for the logins of user. So there could not be any brute force login and no spam creation of users. So we set window into 60 seconds. So if the end attempts to login to 5 and attempts to login to 2. So if the attempts to login will be greater or equals to 5, greater to 5, then we're going to stop attempts to login for 60 seconds from the same IP. That's from the address and with the same email. So that's the key. Login attempts IP email. That's the key for the login. And for the creation, we have only the key will be we have only max attempts 2. So if you from the same IP, if you create one user, second user you will not be able to create before 60 seconds passed. So, and in the key we have only create attempts IP for the creation of users. Why is that? Because if the user can switch emails constantly, like he has 60 emails, for instance, and each second he switches to different emails, so the key will be different. So the creation of users still can be possible from the same IP with different emails. So that's creating the key like this, like we're doing for the login, is not good for the creation users. And if that's a problem only I foresee is that like if we have some organization like organization with the same IP and there is like 1000 people and they suddenly want to create email, all of them to create email on the site, they won't be able to do this, many people. But anyway, in one organization there are many IPs, so shouldn't be any problem. Okay, so what does it do? For instance, create emails. It's matching the attempts. If they if the attempts, where is that? Attempts here. It's an integer based on 10. If it's equals or greater than max, then it throw the response status for 29. Too many create attempts. So why it's greater or equals, it's quite understandable, because if we set only like equals, that can be overjumped. So the system can be broken by just passing this number through. So we're saying greater or equals. Then we clean this key and pass into the next. if an error happens, if for instance our Redis service, this service, if this service fails for somehow, we still need to let the user pass. And so in this case, if somebody being able to switch off Redis service on our server, then we are in trouble, because it's open-end logic here. It's not closed-end logic. Like, there is open-end and closed-end logic. So I choose open-end logic. So if Redis service, this service fails, I prefer use the people should be able. I prefer people creating new users. So it's open-end logic. If it would be closed-end logic, I would be just do that. I would be not using next in the error closure. So the same logic here pretty much. We're saving the key. We fall into the error. And here in a record failed login attempt, that's the core of Redis service here will be. And the record failed create attempt, by the way, yeah, attempt, yeah, that's good naming, consistent. Also core of the Redis service. So we creating the key, we increasing the key count, we expire the key after 60 seconds, and we execute this chain logic. So we executed it. If something wrong happens, if again Redis is not working, I fall into the error closure. And same for the login attempts. We create the key, we increase count, we expire the key, and then we execute this chain logic. And so that would be for login limits. And now we need to use this logic. I use this logic on the router level right here and right here. Login, yeah, login. Activate when you don't need it. Right now we don't need it either. So let's go for create. That's a create limit logic. So router post. So once the user hit create a route, the create rate limit function activates, and it has create rate limit, and it has three closures. It has request, it has response, it has next function. And in any case, if it's all good, it's passed next, and or if it fails, it's passed next to the unnamed arrow function, which has also which passes request response closures. I don't have next here. It would be also possible, but I don't use next here because we don't have any chain logic, any further chain logic in here, so we don't need to have next here. So we have only request response, and so what's here, the key moments here. And so the key moments here are, first of all, we create keys here, and then if key, we delete it. So we getting it, and if try is successful, we don't need this key anymore. So on creation, if try is successful, we getting this key, and then if we found the key, we delete this key because that was successful try. So we don't need this key, but it's anyway optional, because remember 60 seconds, and we delete this key right here. Right here. Where is it? 60 seconds, 60 seconds. Where are you? Where are you? It's right here. Expire key after 60 seconds. And here, expire key after 60 seconds on login and on create. So this one is optional. This is optional, but still, why not? On the successful creation of user, why not to just remove the key right away, so we don't bother with the 60 seconds timing. And on the error, we of course throw the status to the user, to the face of the user. Boom, you have status 500, failed to create user. And but before the status throw, we go to the record failed create attempt, so we count in the keys. The user tried once, not successful, and on the second try, it will go to the error catch, and we'll say, where's that record fails? Record failed, create attempt. It will fall here, and generally it will say that you fail and you cannot attempt to create user for 60 seconds anymore. So that's the logic. That's the three errors I fixed, but I'm not sure yet that I fixed them properly, so we need to go to tests. And I created tests already, so we don't need to go through this phase right now. Generally, basically, I'm not going to thoroughly test all functions here. I'm going to test them like one by one, just basic functions of them. Because for me right now, yeah, well, it's important to test thoroughly the functions of the backend. But I'm afraid if I do this, I will stuck forever here. Not forever, but it will be really long time, and videos, like many more videos on them. So important stuff testing, making sure they work, making sure they do what they attended to do. Yes, what they meant to do, and moving on. So for right now, that skip here staying, and that skip here staying, but just to show what I want to test. So I'm testing, first of all, I'm testing creating user, normal user, by him or herself, just plainly without participation of other person, admin or moderator, or root user. Okay, or root user, just plain simple creation of user by him or herself. And then right away I toss another creation of user. Interesting. Let me think very quick. So the question for me, yeah, like I should be unsuccessful in creation this user, because if I successfully create first time, I delete the Redis key, and then I fall into the next creation, which is already without the key, and we expect to already not being able to create a user. So we will fail for some reason. Why we fail? Let me think. Let's fail by password, maybe. Let's fail by password. That will crash here, because password is not the right complexity. And so we'll see if we will be able to test it properly. And then the next I should test login, right? And I'm testing login user here. Interesting. I thought that I also wrote the function. What is going on? I thought that I wrote the tests for. Well, I was probably unconscious. I thought that I created the tests for changing password too, but no, I didn't. Wait a second, no, I did. Okay. Wait a second, update password, I see. And then I'm logging into user with a new password. Okay. So I didn't test failing of login in user, like spam login in. Let me do it. I'll be back in a second. So I did wrote the primitive test for it to test login users. I could go through for each loop, or just loop, open loop, like for. But I decided to do this way, like simple way, and I don't expect exact message right now. We'll see what message will come, and if either we actually will be able to go through all of them before falling into these error ones. So generally right now I need to admit I don't know what happened here. What will happen here, I have no idea yet. So let's experiment, I guess. Well, I have idea, but let's pretend that I don't have idea. Okay, so let's go and test it. So I'm giving the user 5 attempts to login, and on the fifth one it should fail into the error. Actually, let me do this very fast. So the password complexity will be satisfied. So somebody trying to brute force. Oh, what the? Ay, 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 ay. That's good that I looked it up. Well, it's why I copied. Ah, yeah, I see, I see. It's from the cell of database. So it is a string. So it copied as a string. So right now we should be good. So somebody trying to brute force root user right here. That's the email of root user. Brute force the root user with the invalid passwords which are satisfied. Okay, so let's go for it. I want very keen on seeing what will happen here. So let's go this test first. So let's try it. Like that. Wish me luck. I'm kind of drilled right now. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, okay. I need to cd into the right folder. So cls, I always forget cd into it. Cd into proj back. And now I can use that. Okay, what happened? 3 failed. User invalid email or password. Error login and user invalid to be invalid credentials. Invalid password must be non-empty string. Complexity. What is going on? Password must be non-empty string. First of all, I read here 1 failed, 3 failed, so 1 test failed. So this test, oh my gosh, this test failed, in which 3 failed. 3 failed. I guess these ones? What is going on here? That's errors I was not expecting to get completely at all. Wait a second, I didn't put error expected message. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Invalid credentials. Error login in user, invalid email or password. Why it's invalid email or password? Okay. Let me think very quick. So well, invalid email. Okay. Password I understand. Okay. That's invalid password. Okay, I agree with this error. Should fail. Email or password. You provided email password. Error login user invalid password. Password must be non-empty. Wait a second. I expect error message. We getting different error message here. Okay. I kind of understand what's going on here. Password must be non-empty string between 8 email you provided. You provided error login user. User invalid. Password invalid password. First login in user error invalid password. Password must be. Oh, that's bad. That's error message is bad. Where it comes from? User test. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of lost here. Why I see two tests going through? I skip here. I skip this test. So that shouldn't participate. And I skip this test. I see this one. Okay. I don't need this one. User repository. What is that doing? Login user. Or did I try to create? Where is? I need to select again. Did I create user? No, I didn't create user. Wait a second. Test admin. What's that about? Like login user method. Okay. So I need to, oh my goodness, I need to skip this one. I need to skip the rest of them, skip two. And so now we will see what's going on. Terrible. Okay, describe this one. I need this one right now. Okay, let's do it again. Let's see, let's it. And let's go for the test. Okay, one failed. That would be that would. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Terrible, I cannot talk today at all. That test failed once. Okay? That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Invalid email. You provided email. Password provide. That's good. That is a good message. I like that message. To be invalid creations. I don't understand too. That skipped. I only went once. Wait a second. So we went through this. That's what that was I expected. We went through the first method and fall into the error. We didn't go through the four of them more. So that's the problem. So I need to resolve it. And I will be guessing right now here, but I will do this way. Well, I'll fall into the error anyway. Yeah, I'll fall into the error anyway. But let me try, okay? Be patient. Let me try to do this. So what I am thinking right now. So I want this 4 happens without falling into error catch. And I want to see only this one catch. But I probably will fall inside of these methods into the catch closure, into the error closure, and so I'll fail my purpose anyway. But let me see. Let's see less. And let me npm test and see the message. Okay, fail one time with the message. You provided run. Okay, so I still failing on this first message. But I need to pass 5 times and fail on the last one. Wait a second. I just realized it. You probably screaming right now. What you testing? What you testing? If you're not screaming, then let's go together. I'm testing right now user repository file in which we have login user and in which we have create user. But we don't have here Redis. We don't have Redis on this level. The Redis works from the routers create and login. It works in completely different level. So testing repository, I don't need to test it here, Redis. I need to test it a little later on the route level. So we need to get rid of this. So what do we need to get rid of? Okay, but we should fail to log in with incorrect credentials. We'll do this way. So we'll go for incorrect credentials for right now. Very fast, very quick. CLS it. And then actually CLS doesn't really work here. It's just move the line up to the top. That's it, because I can still see. I wonder why in terminal CLS in Windows in Visual Studio doesn't work properly like it should work. It's just pushing it doesn't clean the terminal at all. It's unusable here. Okay, so in order to clean completely, I need to use this delete, but I don't want to do it right now. So let's run test again, and we should fall into the invalid credentials very fast. Okay, one fail because message is wrong. Invalid email or password. Error should fail to login with incorrect assertion error. Expected error login in user, error invalid to be invalid credential object is equality. I don't know where that come from. I know that expected is that one, but I got this one, error login in user, error invalid email or password. You provided email root user at email, password provided. Interesting. What if I don't provide password? Okay, let's finish this one. This one is correct message generally. The idea of it is correct. So we copy here. So right now we will not fail. What do you want? Invalid password. Password provided. No, why do you want that? It's not right. Okay. Let's see if I fail the test again. I shouldn't fail it this time. Okay, passed. All is good. Now what if I will I change message? Okay. Let's see that. One failed. Okay. Error login, invalid email or password. You provided email. Expected. Error login and user. Email and password are required for login. Okay, that's good message actually. But will not provide email. Password not provided. Okay, that's worked pretty much good. It's a clear message which tells that password not provided. What if let's do this and let's do that. Oh, it will think that it is password. Let's see that. That's fun actually. See, let's to the top. And then we go to the test. It will think that it is a password. Okay. I mean, it will think, I expect that it will think that it is password, but in the wrong format. I mean, email, but in wrong format. Why I stick in with the password? So, error login and user, error email, and password are required for login. You provided email. Yeah, it is thinking that it is email. Password not provided. Oh my gosh, that is a bad message. Well, it's a good message because it shows what it is bad. Oh shoot. It is very bad. I kind of opening the password here. I should if okay. I need to close it. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go to repository. And I'll be in a second back. I'll think how to prevent this message which tells what password, like kind of opening the password to the world. Because it's okay that it shows to the user this password, but the message can be intercepted. So that's bad. So that's right here where I didn't think about it. I provided the password here. I mean not provided, but when I set only one parameter, that's I need to close this one too. Yeah, I'll see you in a second. So generally I'm closing here. I'm closing the password to email. I just send email provided to not provided and password provided to not provided. So I don't show neither email nor password. So it won't be open like that, because that is a bad catch. That's a very bad catch. Okay, so that we close it to. That's why tests are important, because sometimes you're thinking in the programming, you think in one way. In testing, you think in opposite direction. That's why tests are important. Yeah, I open in America. I'm your sincere, your Columbus. So yes, now I should get right message. Well, wrong message, but right message in terms of not showing password. Test run. Let's do CLS very fast. Test run. Okay, so now what do we see here? Received error login and user, error email and password are required for login. You provided email, provided. Password not provided. Actually, need to redo it a little bit more. I'll see you in a second. Right here, I'll need to separate them. Okay, I changed the repository function to receive object instead of just parameters. And that's why clean code saying that it's better to use object as a parameter with its keys and values than parameters, because in parameters you only getting members of function by their positioning, not by their naming, and that could be the problem which I just demonstrated. So I change it here. So I change it on login here, and so I need to change everywhere in the tests, because I was using this way. So let me change it very fast. And so talking to myself right now, I shouldn't be lazy and do just parameters. I should pack them into the object. So back to repository. And now, sorry, if not email or password, you provided email. Okay, right now the message should be good. Let's check it. I passed all good because right now I'm providing them routes, tests, go back, that's skipping. So that's skipping two. No, that's I need to leave it open. That's one. And let's say I missed email. I missed email. Let's test it. Let's look at the message. Error. So I didn't use email. Error in password required to login. You provided email, not provided, which is right. Password provided. Okay, that's message no more confusing. Okay, so we go back to that and let's remove password right now. Why you want to? Oh my gosh. Let's remove password right now. And now I will not show neither password nor email. I just will say if we miss password or we miss email. That's what I'm going to do, no more. I will not show what password or what email was used. So let's test it. So what do we get here? Error login and user error email and password are required for login. You provided email, which is true. I provided email. Password not provided. Okay. What if I don't provide both of them? And let's see what happens. Third case, no, fourth case. So received can't destruct property email or of undefined as it is undefined. Okay. Invalid mail password. Well, let's do this way. Right now, we will not provide neither. Well, that is right error. It's a good error because it can destruct property email because there is no provided property email of undefined. It is as it is undefined, so that's good enough. Now we will do this way. We not provide email and not provide password like that. Let's see what happens. Well, that's completely wild case. I don't know what needs to be happen on the front end, so we not providing this kind of thing. It's right now. Right now it's broken like this. It's the object completely broken. It's like completely like out of this world. But we'll see what it will. It's destruct again, I think. So what's the message? Unexpected. It should fail to login. The 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 this code is completely not doesn't want to run. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's completely out of this world case. Okay, so we return back this, and we say we tested this thoroughly. We found some new bugs, we resolved them, we got to move on from it. So we skip it, we skipped it, we skip it. So right now we come back to this test. So this test's creating user, but again we trying to test limitations here, but we can't test limitations here because we are on the wrong level. Here in repository there is no limits here. So we skip this test also. We actually remove it. We don't need it. Okay. We tested create user already quite good. Actually, maybe not. Let me look at the... Let's return test. Return test. Let me see what happens if we're not providing email. What is going on? Argument of type role status password is not assignable to parameter new user data. So we restricting by new user data, because new user data, where is that? That must include email, password, role, and status, but it must include email and password, and optionally it can include role and status. So on the tests it doesn't give. Let's still try to run it. We'll skip this one. Skip this one because we don't need two in a row. We open this one. And we skip this one. We can close this one. Okay, let's look at it. CLS in the top, and then run test. What it will say to me? Failed. Email and password are required to create a new user. Okay. Why we don't expect nothing? Why we don't match in messages? Should create a normal user. Okay. Should not create a user right after the first. So we expect an error here. Okay, so let's skip this one. Let's return this. Actually we need to create a user, but that's okay. Just a second. Let's skip this for a second. Skip this one. And let's fail creating this user. Without email. CLS set to the top. Run test. Oh my, I did, what the is going on? Test again. Failed. Expected. Can create user right after the first user. Email and password are required to create a new user. Okay, that's good message. I don't mind it. Let's look at the repository. Create new user. Create user. We have user data. Okay, that's good enough. User data comes with object. I don't want object in the object type of, because then I run into the possibility or danger of doing shallow copying or deep copying, not copying, cop. Oh my goodness. No, wait a second. What is word? Not copying. It's always copying. I can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so that's good message. Email and password are required to create a new user. It doesn't say which password was used, which email was used, so nothing of that. Okay, so it's all good. User test. Let's do one more possibility, but it will be the same message. We just look at it, so make sure it's what we want. Email and password are required to create a new user, so it's the same message. We're good. Now we need to create one user because we have root, admin, admin, admin. 3 admins for one user will be. But we need to create one user so we can test changing passwords. Let's create user first. So we remove that from here. We skip this one here. Should create a normal user. Expect. Yeah, let's say this one. User ID to be greater than 0. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's console this user ID too. Wait a second, what do I return from here? Do I return? Yes, I return user IDs, I remember. Let's log it. User ID, and then user ID here. We log it so we can see what it will print out. What user ID? It should be 12, right? User ID, let's do CLS and let's run test. We skip this one, we didn't skip this one. Let's what is the password? It will fail this password. Oh. Passwords. User create user. Let's take password from here. Control C, so we don't forget the passwords of the user. So password here. And let's actually okay, so you don't waste your time, I'll make a pause. So I use here, so I made 2 tests here. for creating user. First will be failing because complexity of the password is wrong. And that's wrong message. Something like that will be error. No. Error. Creating user. Password is wrong. Complexity. And here we do this, so that shouldn't fail. Okay, let's test it. So I don't skip here. Oh. What have I done just right now? I'll be back. So now we have two separate tests. One creates user, actually creates user, and second one fails creating user because we don't have that exclamation mark on it. And so let's test first one which fails. First one which fails. Tag. The message completely wrong. Must be between 8 and 25 characters long. What? Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Excuse me? Squeeze me? What the heck? What? Did something else test it? I see. Okay. I feel that I never get out of these tests. They are kind of... Where is that? Repository create user. Where we test for it. Complexity. Validate password. Helpers. Validate password. Oh, shoot. You see what happens? Either password length less than 8 or greater than 255. And we testing rec exec. Here. First of all, that a redundant test because in rec exec here password we're testing for the less than 8. And actually let's do also here set 255. And so if we go to helpers on create on validate password, user password, we don't need this anymore or this anymore. And that tells me right now and include at least one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, one number, and one special character. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, now validate. Actually, is that? Well, I'm just thinking Is that function redundant because it adds one layer? But let's look at their shared config. No, it's just a regular expression. Yes, it's okay, it's okay, it's all good. We can use that function. And now testing, I should get right message. User test. Creating with the wrong password complexity. Let's see that. Error creating user. Password must be between 8 and 255 characters long and include at least one lowercase letter and one uppercase letter, one number, and one special character. That's the message you want to bring to the front end. So it's all good now. So we tested wrong complexity. Skip. Let's test actually also wrong. Well, what do we have there? I think we test helpers. Helpers were the helpers. What do we have here? Validate user email greater than 255 and email regex. Let me see. Email regex. Yeah. Okay, that's all good. Email must include at and domain and must not contain spaces. That's good. We don't need to test it. Okay. So now we go to repository, no, tests. So we skip now this one and let's at last create user. That we need to delete because it will confuse me at the end of the day. We're going to delete it. No need for that. Sometimes extra code can be confusing and sometimes we don't need it. Should create a normal user. We're not skipping it anymore. Let's see if we actually create a user with the right password. Failed. Okay, what's wrong? Password must be between 8 and 255 characters and include at least one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hashed password. Okay, so now it shouldn't fail. One number. Okay. Let's see that. It failed again, huh? Can you imagine? Actual value must be number or big int received object. Received object. Do I create what do I return? Repository, create user, I return object. Okay, nice. That's actually right. That's what I intended to do. So we go back to test. What do we return? User ID. We return user ID. So we go to back to test, and we should create a return. Oh, it's actually created, I think. Yeah, it created another user. It failed on this return here. We are creating user and expect user ID. No, it's wrong. Would I expect Control V, user ID, user dot user ID, and let's print out user actually. Let's print out user. Oh, leave me alone. Okay. Here. Oh, come on. Sometimes it can be annoying. It's trying to me program its way. Okay, so let's see that. We create another user. It will be two users now. Second user, password the same, so we don't get lost in the passwords. Run test, shouldn't fail now. Okay, we're good. That's we created. User ID 13, actor ID 13. That's good, actually. Interesting to see history repository too. History repository too. Okay, so let's renew this one. Renew it. So that's a 13 user. Use the test user 2 example with its password hashed. It's all good. User pending. Active only root user. Everybody else is pending. Okay. Let's look at the. Let's create a new query. New SQL query. And let's select all from changes history, and let's run it. Okay, so we have 13 how we call it, records changed by 13, user ID 13. It works. So a history repository also works, so it's all good. And so we created user. Now we can skip this test, skip it. So we can close it. And now we will do this one. So what users we have? We're changing passwords here. That update password. We updating password here. What do we expect? Should update the user's password. Okay. User ID will be 8. So we're changing root user's password. His password was that. New password will be, oh my god, let's change his password into Control C, Control V, exclamation mark. and that will be uppercase letter. So now expect result to be equal user ID, actor ID, user ID. Okay. So should return result. Then we login in with their proper password, new password. So we're expecting it to be equal new login. And here we logging in with the old password. And so we old login should be null. Let's go one by one. That will skip. Okay. What it wants. New password. Should update the user's password by root user. Aga, user ID. Here, let's do 13. We put here 13. So we're going to update new password. Let's go to exclamation marks. Password. New password. Okay. We'll take this password with exclamation mark. That seems like okay-ish. To login user. Again, we should be able to login user with different email. We should use this email, copy field. We're going to copy it here. Control V. What do you want? Email, we expect this email. Control E. And that test user with old password should fail. Test user. Let's do actually here. It doesn't matter, it's just preference of how we do strings. But consistency actually is very important. I don't explain why, but on the not CRLF in the usually we have some kind of what they call editors, and they either use single or double quotes, single quotes or double quotes. And they start, if you use single quote, they start arguing about it. Or if you're using double quotes, they start arguing about it. Underline with the red. Okay, so login user, test user password, new password. Yes, okay, but we're skipping it right now. Let's try to change password for the root user and see if we fail anything here. CLS and then test. We're skipping it right now, my goodness. We don't want to skip it. Okay, test. One failed. What failed? Error updating password. Old password is incorrect. Yeah, sure. Old password. Oh my goodness, so many pitfalls. Is incorrect. Yeah, sure, it's incorrect. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. CLS. Run test. Failed. Old password is incorrect. What is going on? I think I thought that I put right password. Oh, oh, oh. I changed it here. But I didn't change it here. Oh my gosh. Accept. Wait a second. New password. Should update the user's password. Should update the user's password by root user. What is going on? Just a second. I am falling right now. We updating the user's password by I completely messed up. Okay, by the user. That's by the root user. Should be able to log in. Okay, so we're going to set here. That's going to be new password here. And that's going to be vice versa. So we kind of return the old password. Okay, so let's try it again. What do you want? You want semicolon. Let's see. Okay, okay, that seems right. CLS to the top, run test. We running only this test right now. Failed. Okay, why fail? Error updating password. Error login change. Error column role cannot be null. Column role cannot be null. I will start swearing right now. I start like cannot be null. We provided password and email. We didn't provide neither role nor state. Let's go to repository to create to update password. Create user we tested. Login user tested. Update password. User ID. New password. Old password. Action by user. So why the heck it's trying to check the role? Because I am checking the roles here. Do I? So begin transaction, get user by ID. Okay, boolean compare old password, password hash. Wait a second, update password, right? Tests. Update password, user ID, new password, all password, user ID. Who is changing? That's it. That's right. That's all right. Now, where do I check the role of the person? Hash, password hash, encrypted, connection update. That's all good. History repository. User ID, action by user ID. Is it here? User repository. No, it's not here. 229. User repository 229. So it's catching it here. Execute. Login ID. Well, it bubbles up, could be here. Login insert. Let's look at login insert. Login insert. History repository. Login insert. User ID, change by, operation, user data. Role fudge. No, wait a second. It's login insert, right? Login, log insert. I mean, not login insert, log insert. Let me think for a little bit. I actually caught something. Logging, change. So it's in the history. Login. Let's look at the history. Let's renew this. We don't get any other change, no? No, don't. Okay, so that's history log didn't work. History repository, log insert. That's what failed. Error column role cannot be null. Column row can be null. Control C, Control find. Where do we have this message? Interesting to know. Can be null, can be null. Let's remove this. Where is that? Where is that error? Nowhere to find. That's it, guys. I am broken. I mean, that's it. No, no new web program because I failed this error. I can't find it. Just kidding. Okay, you can be null. Error column row can be null. So I presume it comes from the repository. Repository. Okay, if we look at change history creation, which we have here, actually I didn't remove it, so it's good. I have, where is that? role enum root admin moderator user not null. It shouldn't be null. Okay, now status. It can be null. but 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 the question is, that's here, password changed true. So I need to burr. I need to not that. Do I need that? Update that. History repository. Log in. Updated it. User data. Updated it. And then I'm needed to have it here. Updated it in the query. And updated it is here as, yeah, we do need it. We do need it. Okay, I'll be just in a second. So the nature of this mistake is essentially in here, sitting right here, in creation of table changes history. I do need it to be filled too. It cannot be null for sure. Interesting. Alter table, I see it called marked for deletion. No. Alter table users, no. Change history. Change history, drop column password hash. I don't need that. Yes, I didn't need that one. Changes history, add column password, change it boolean. Yes. Anybody else? Alter table users. Okay, yeah, okay. So we have status of role of, wait a second, here, change history. We have changed by operation role. Now I wonder right now. Created that, updated that. So by logic of it, we have only changed by here ID, the person who changed the user. So in this case, we created the root user by root user, and in this case we created user 10 by user 8, and so the role of the person who is not actor, who is actee, I mean who is the person who's been changed. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Actually, one more thing I noticed, we cannot let user to change password if he's pending. It's just would be dumb if the user who is pending already been able to do some operations on himself or other users. So we need to do something like where's that repository? Like if pending, if user role pending, where is that? Update action by user number. Actually, are we getting it? That's a user. And if user is pending here, right before that line, if user is pending, then I'm sorry, what do you want to do? You are not yet activated. Okay, I'll see you in a second. I did checks. I did checks for deleted. I did checks for suspended. I did checks for pending. And I did check for banned. All of these statuses are not consistent with updating password. They can't update password. If the user is deleted, what the heck he's doing here updating password? In reality, he cannot even log in. I need to do... Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create separate function here. Actually, maybe... No, not all together. These ones. But it is too... It was too general function. That's a problem. Very interesting. Very interesting. So for instance, here login, I just need to be banned or deleted. Not being able to log in. Suspended, not being able to log in. And pending, not being able to log in. Okay, so that works. How about create user? Not deleted. I mean, deleted cannot create user, suspended can create user, banned can create user, and deleted cannot create user. So it works. It actually works for all of them. Yeah, it works for all of them. So we can create, I can create a separate function which will check, where is that? Why did I paste it? By and didn't even notice. Here, which will check. And actually I can include this header too. So all them together, if returns will be true for any of them, then I just throw the error, needed error. Yep, that's what I want to do. Okay, but also I updated it, and new date updated it, and on change log history log insert, I added status and role. Also, I don't need status. I don't need status really here, but I'll leave it. Just need role here so it doesn't fall into the error from database. So I did that. And I did need actually to check for all these functions this error too. So I will see you in a second. For you, maybe 1 hour for me. See you just in a bit. So I did this method which receives status, ID of user, deleted that, suspended that if they are existing. So here is our helper method. User can mutate status, user ID, deleted it, suspended until. That two last members can be optional, and they could be either date or null if the user status deleted, and we have date when it was deleted. So I need to make sure when we undelete user or unsuspend user, we need to remove not only state, not only status, but also deleted unsuspended until things. So in all cases, it throws their errors with user ID and its state. And it does not proceed further into the update password function. So now I need to, before testing further, I need to implement this logic, this actual method into other functions which mutate our database, right? Like not create user. Well, create user if we using action by user ID to find action by user ID. Where did I found it? Row hash. That's already late. Throw a new error. Wait a second. That's active user. Action by user ID here. Action by user ID, active user. So after this, I need to make sure that active user is not banned, not suspended, not pending. So if it is pending, then it will be in trouble. If it's and so on, so on, so on. So for all of the functions and methods, actually there are methods here because we are in a class. So for all methods which will mutate state of user table, we need to implement this function. Okay, so I'll do it and I'll see you in a second. Okay, I fixed lots of stuff in inside the methods. I did change made it a little bit simpler role hierarchy check. So it checks for insert delete update. For insert level of the target cannot be higher than the level of the actor. And here the same stuff, but if we are updating or deleting row, then on the same level, then active user ID and user data ID cannot be must be the same, cannot be different. So this way user can the non-existing user yet can create himself or herself. Because on creation it's their helpers. Create not root user, delete user, update user, update password, create user. So if we have action by user, we make sure that we go through this check, and if it doesn't have action by user, only user data, then we pass this check and give the user role only user, not admin, not root, not moderator. So if the user is unknown, if the person comes from nowhere, we are only creating user. And if the user doesn't give anything to user role, then we give the user role user. Too many user words right now, but I need to describe the logic behind it. So that's created it, updated it, I change it. Now we have this. We had oh my gosh, we had here, where is that? Log insert. No, actually right here, created it, updated it. We have now new date created it, new date updated it. So change this. What else? I change it, edit, not change it, edit. I also check user status on create, so it won't be pending or deleted or banned or somewhere else. My goodness, where is it? Check user status on create. Also user can mutate. That's one I added too. So if it's pending, banned, or suspended or deleted, all of this cannot do any mutations to the database. So now we're going to test it again and see if this works. So we end up on creating user. Where is that? Updating password, not creating, updating password. So we'll see if we have any problems with that. Let's do this. That's right password. Should update the user password by root user by user's password. Okay, so let's go for the test. CLS this and then something failed. Error updating password. User with ID 13 is pending. That's my check. That's my check to work. The user 13 is where is that, pending, and I'm checking it if it's pending or not. I tell you why I'm laughing, because I'm creating hurdles for myself and I need now to jump over this hurdle. So let's make a pause. I will do changing its status check. I mean, with the root user, I will do a test which will change his or her pending status of this user 13. So I did a test for activating user. Activate user. The user we want to activate is 13. ID is this one, 13. And by root user 8, because the only one user who is active is root yet. So it should be 8, ID 8. Checking how we checking, we log in as user by his or her email and with the password, which is, I suppose, still right. And then we expect object contain user ID, which is equals to 13, and this email, which is equals to this email. So that's I'm skipping. This next one I'm skipping for right now. And this skipping. I don't skip this one. I use this one. So let's see how it works and doesn't work. Which is why it will not be surprise for me if it doesn't work for some reason. It's very restrictive. Very restrictive. Not a thing. System. Okay, test it. So this one here, this field should change to active. Yeah, this one should change to active. Let's try it. Failed. Oh my god, okay. Column roll cannot be null. Okay, that what happened is I got into the cache of our old cache for the history operations. Okay, let me make a pause here. I'll fix it. I actually show you what I just for any case. What it doesn't like. First of all, it will not like this line with the word now. I need to enter one more um, variable here, date now, and I need to set here role uh, for user, which is user. Role is user. It cannot be null. For not for the, my goodness, changes history. It cannot be null. It must be either some role. It must be role, not either. It must be role. It's either user or admin or root, one of them, or moderator. Yes, one of the four. So I need to enter here and fix this and fix that here. So I'll see you in a second. So I fixed it. I did, let's activate. I brought updated add date. I set it here. So we have one. The first one is updated add. Second is the status. And the third one is user ID. And I put it more information into the history table. This table actually, I was in wrong table. Users is here. So I set here status which we are updating, role which user has updated it, and that was here before. Interesting. Activate. Suspended until, strange one. I don't. I probably was, I don't know, unconscious. Well, it can be used for, this function can be used for activating, actually activating user from the pending state, or activating user from the suspended state. So it's all good. Why? That's a null. Suspended until. Interesting. Updated that status where until null, but that's we have what is that? Connection is execute result. That's a history one. That's actual for the user, for the users. So if the user is suspended, we have status. We change in status actually. User status is active. Okay, we change in status. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That works. And we, for instance, for just in case, we move in suspended until to null, which is also good. Okay, so let's try test it. Wish me luck. Run. What else? What is going on? Error activating user. Error login change. Error column email must be null, must not be null. Please save me. Login change. Email cannot be null. Okay, email cannot be null. What? Okay, I got scared something else got on the way. So I have a mail, user info email, that goes into the history, and that's the target email. Okay, so that's good. Let's try it again, see what kind of error it will give us. Okay, something else. Created that can be null. No. Why it's null though? Login change. So we have for the user, do we have created that? We do have created that. And that's actually okay. Then we set it here, created it. We don't change it, we just writing it down. Interesting. Okay, but history, very weird though. Very weird. Okay, I need to think about it. Okay, yes! Cheers! We passed all tests, all exams. Ay. Okay, so that's kind of long list of things to pass to the history. I need to think about it very well. Okay, so we did that. Right now we have this user. We didn't renew the table, so it's pending, but if we renew, it should be active now. It's active now. So we renewed it, and now we can go to different test. Where is that? So we tested this one. Not completely. Actually, let's try to activate user. We have user, this one. So I will try two failed tests for activating user himself or herself and activating user admin. So user trying to activate admin. So I'll see you in a second. I added 3 more tests that we skip. We don't need this anymore. Skip. Now, what test? Activating himself or herself. So user 12. So ID user 12. This one, he's pending or her pending. And he or herself trying to activate. That shouldn't work. The meaning of message must be pretty similar to what I have here right now. But we will see. We probably will fail until I copy. If the message will be closed by meaning, I will copy it so I don't need to struggle constructing it. because we'll know if it's right or wrong. Then third test will be cannot activate already active users. So user 13, that's active, and root user with ID 8 trying to activate already active user. So that should fail too. Expect a similar message. And one more test should fail with lower role. Activation should fail for user with the higher role. So if for instance, user 13, because he's active already, tries to activate user 11, who is not active yet. But this is only user, but that's admin, so that shouldn't be going. That shouldn't be going. So I will skip this one and that one. And so first test should fail to activate herself or himself. Let's go. Wish me luck. Okay, that's expected. Okay, that just expected. Error activating user, error user can't activate themselves, but received error activating user, error user with ID is pending. Okay. Yeah, right. That's true. How the user will try to activate himself or herself if they are pending? I already have this. I will be Chupak sometime. User 12. But what if they deleted? What if they are deleted? What if they are deleted and trying to... Well, that also will be preserved from operations. So actually, in any way, they can't activate themselves. Neither suspended, because user action prevented if the user is suspended, deleted, pending, or banned. So that anything of this won't work. So that's actually expected. That actually expected. How can I say it? Message. So that's went right. Not how I expected, but that's actually intended acceptable solution. Say it like this. So that will skip now. That will skip now. Let's go for the third test. No, we don't skip it right now. Wish me luck. Run test. So skipped. Why it's skipped? I mean, failed. Why it's failed? So expected. Error activating user. Error user is already active. Error activating user. Error user with ID 13 is already active. So I need to change this here phrase. But it's the result what we expect. Let's copy actually this. Control C is already active user with ID error. User with ID 13. Now we're going to use this ones, and then we are going to use user ID. So where is it? Here user ID. Oh, come on. User ID is already active. We will remove extra space. What you want with ID. I forgot ID. Okay, user ID is already active. Okay, that seems like it should work. Let's do it again. We should pass this test right now. Okay, we passed this test, so it's all good. So we can skip it. So we unskip the last force test for the activation. And let's go for it. Expected failure right now. Whoa, what? Why it's always so? When I expect failure, it never fails. But when I expect it's all good, it fails and fails and fails and fails and fails and fails. Okay, so what do we get? What did we get here? I need... Okay, so error activating user, you don't have permission to perform this action. Current role admin, your role user. I see. Okay, fine, that's fine. Okay, so we did all activation tests. Seems like that. Where is that? Activate user. We can remove this line from here. We don't need to test it anymore for right now. We will be testing it only if we have some bug coming up somewhere, somehow with this, without testing. Then we're going to come back. I mean, probably on my own, we'll come back and test. Although sometimes it's very interesting to hunt the bugs too. So maybe if you're interested to see that, let me know. If you not interested, don't let me know. Actually, if you have some constructive criticism, critics, let me know, please. So the tests for what I forgot. Changing, updating password. Okay. Okay, should update the user's password. Should update the user's password by root user. And then I can do the test where we did it, right? When ID is different. I think, okay, let's do this first ones. we skip the top one here, and we unskip this one, and unskip. Oh, leave me alone! It tries always to fix the work, even if it's not needed. Okay, so describe. We're not skipping. So now we should be able to change the password of the user 13, this one. And so login, we should be successful on login with the new password and unsuccessful on login with the old password. So old password, new password. So let's see that. Okay. Oh no. I was like, okay, we did it. No, 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 we didn't. Error updating password. Error login change. Column email cannot be null. Oh my god, we went again through this story with. Let me think right now about this stuff. For the so we don't trip over this because it's again history. Column cannot be without email be null. So let me think very quick about it. Yep, I thought about it very fast, like literally 5 seconds. And yes, we cannot have email be null on the history either, because we need to know what kind of user experienced changes. If we don't know what user experienced changes, then what's the meaning of the recording changes? So we go back to repository. We go back to activateUser. We're going to copy. Oh, come on. This thing here. We're going down to create. No. Where? No. Create user, get all users. No, we don't need that. We need which ban user and suspend, restore. Oh my god, delete. Where is that? Update user, update password. Update user will be difficult method to fight with because there is many keys can be updated, but we'll try couple of keys, no more, because otherwise it will be overwhelming. Update password. So that's log history here, and we use only here user status, user role, and we need to use, it was send mail, so we're going to go for mail, user email. Oh my god, it's not mail, it's a mail. Yes, it's a mail. It's a mail, yeah, not mail. What else we had? Suspended until can be null, I bet. So we remove this. Updated it. I think we have it. Yes, we have it. Password change true, we have it. We can remove this. Uh, we can remove this role. User info. Do we have role? Yes, we do have role. Can remove this. Email we also can remove. Create a TET. Do we have it? Create a TET. User create a TET. Accept. Did we have it? No, we don't. Okay, so let's try to do it now. Let's remove that completely. Here. Okay, so now we go back to the tests and let's update password. Try to update password again. npm run test. Failed again. Invalid email or password. You provided email. Password provided. But it's... Did we already changed it? Several times probably. Let's swap it. Control C. Okay. We will comment this out. What user is that? 13. User 13 active should be able to change password. So we have new password. Here. And all password here. Let's try it. Let's see if this will work. It doesn't work. What is going on? Invalid password. Email or password. Wait a second. Of course it's wrong email. Oh, shoes and laces. So 13, let's copy this one. Copy field. Copperfield. Ой-ой-ой. Okay, Copperfield. We're going to... Now, copy field, I will be calling Copperfield. That user email now. Why it does that? Example.com. Let's try it again. Actually, now let's hide this one. Let's hide that one. User ID, which is 13. Okay, let's try it again. Fail. You provided test user to example.com, which is right password right now. Where did it fail? Error login in. Oh my god. Why it's again login user? What is going on? Error login in user, error invalid email or password. You provided email. Why it jumps into the login? Password provided. Okay, wait a second. So it's roll back. Let's try to go back here. Actually, I could, well, it's not, yeah. Okay, let's try it again. No. Okay. You provided. I'm going to cry right now. Okay, let me no, I mean not take a pause. Set on pause and I'll cry a little. Wait a second. What if let's remove this one. Will it fail? Because I believe I need to have here try and catch. Okay. Let's try it again. Error updating password. Okay, now we end up in different closure. Error old password is incorrect. Okay, so now we're in the right place. Now we are in the right place. Let's try it again. Okay. We did it. Okay. So that line must be in try catch closure. But I spit on it. I spit on it like the sea, the rivers on it. Let it be somewhere in the other life. Okay, I say we passed this test. That's what I say. Okay, so skip. No, we really passed it. What we did all. We passed both tests. We changed the password. We log in to the user. What? We passed, I say. What you say? I say we passed. Oh, not skipping this one. Not skipping whole thing. We have one more test for today. One more test. We're skipping this one. And we unskip this one. Now, we have to be able to change password with root user who is activated of user 13. Should update the user's password by root user. Yes. Okay, we are removing it. Removing it. We're going from old password to new password. And that 8 here, that's the actor. User ID not 8. User ID is 13. Yep. So let's go for it. Run. Yes, I don't care. We're done with this one. If there will be bugs, then there will be bugs and we test it deeper. But right now it's changing password back and forward. It's doing all necessary things. It will prevent from pending deleted and blah 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 users to change the passwords. It will It will. That's it. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. In the next video. I love you. I mean, uh, metaphorically. And I respect you to sit through this and watch this. If you have questions, please ask me. If you have some advices, something to tell me, go ahead, tell me. Just don't swear at me, please. Don't call me names. Please subscribe. Please like video. I'll see you in next one. Thank you.